So ever since the announcement of Man of Tomorrow, I've seen a collective breakdown of the Snyder cultists, and it's honestly some of the funniest shit I've seen from this down bad bum of a community. You got people saying that Gunn is stealing Snyder's Man of Steel sequel ideas, and then you got people saying, of course, that he's still a PDF file, not to mention somebody in the same community basically coming out and exposing themselves as a potential groomer and bragging about it, which is the most insane shit ever. So there's a lot to get into. If you hate the Snyder cultist, go ahead and like the video. Let's try to get to 1 billion likes, and also subscribe if you're new. I know there's a lot of you that aren't subscribed, so that'd be greatly appreciated. It'll help the channel a lot. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that Man of Steel, oh wait, not Man of Steel, bum freaking movie. So the first thing I want to talk about is how Superman apparently made $125 million back in profits for WB, which, I mean, if you're smart enough to kind of like add it together, it's probably from the domestic run, right? It's probably also from the at-home videos, and then they're probably adding some merchandise stuff as well. All of that, if you know about the entertainment business, probably culminates to all of that money coming in for WB, and it makes sense for why they're going ahead with a Superman sequel right off the get-go. I mean, it's actually insane to see how fast they're getting off the ground with this, and everybody's like, a sequel for a DC movie after 2 years? It's just unheard of right now. We never have gotten that in the longest of times. So I think a lot of people are excited for this movie, except the Snyder cultists. You got people like the entertainment biz saying, this is nothing but fake news propaganda. Bro, they can't fake numbers. If they do, their investors would sue them out the ass. For someone that's named entertainment biz, you would think that they would actually know something about the entertainment biz, but I guess they fucking don't. Those people are jokes. They're biased. They clearly have an agenda to push. And then you got people like this bum, the Marvelous Mark. Oh my goodness. What the hell is this? Man of Steel made WB $160 million in profits from its theatrical release alone. I mean, I don't mean need to say anything. I don't even need to fact check that or look that up. We all know that's just not true. This man just pumps out garbage misinformation, Snyder propaganda, and his TikTok is dog shit where he's sitting 2 inches away from the screen reacting like he's never reacted before in his life, you fucking bum. You have 2 children. You are setting the worst example for them imaginable. Like, I cannot imagine, you know, you just know how you could just hate people. This is somebody that I know I would just hate in real life. Like the most obnoxious human being you could think of. Right here, bro. Sorry, I had to go off on the man. Everything I see from him, just the most borderline garbage shit I've ever seen. So Marvelous Mark, go fuck yourself. Aaron Fetcher, or whatever his name is. This guy, keep in mind that Man of Tomorrow has not officially been greenlit, and James Gunn is completely AWOL on talking about all the wins the Penguin had. Pathetic. Fire James Gunn. Yo, this is mental illness. This man literally on his pin says, to be clear, I am a DC fan first. That has nothing to do with Snyder. That has nothing to do with James Gunn. It just so happens that WB has always owned the DC IP. I know what I like and what I don't like about film entertainment in DC. And then you see tweets like, everyone has to admit that James Gunn is either ignorant, narcissistic, or he just flat out lies a lot. He has problems. He has problems. You do nothing but talk about this man, you four-eyes creep. You're a weirdo, bro. He's so... Everything is deranged on his freaking... He has full-blown meltdowns asking Gronk what's the most popular page that has visited me. And then argues with the freaking... I'm sorry. Arguing with AI is borderline mental illness, if not mental illness itself. That is just insane, my guy. Already 3 freaking insane Snyder cultists. I have like 3 more to go through. But I just will say, first and foremost, Man of Tomorrow sounds dope. We're gonna get Lex Luthor in the power suit? Man, I don't care about your CW runs. I don't care. That's not live action to me anymore. That doesn't count. I want to see him in a movie with that power suit. We've gotten 3 Lex Luthors in live action. None of them have worn a power suit. You know, it feels appropriate for this character to want to physically and by himself beat up Superman. Like, it actually fits the character, in my opinion. It would work so well. Or, of course, there might be a team up here. We know Lois is going to come back. Hawkgirl might be there. Jon Stewart, Green Lantern might be in there. So there's a lot of like things I'm excited for just hearing the basis and seeing the teases. Like, I'm pumped, bro. This movie sounds awesome. And the fact they're going fast about it, I can't wait for 2027 with the Batman Part 2, Clayface next year, Supergirl next year, Lanterns next year. DC fans are winning. Snyder fans, bro, they're in the fucking dumpster right now. They think that they're going to get something back. Bro, it's going to be wishful thinking until their deathbed. it's going to be insane. Especially with this next topic too, which is something I wanted to talk about for a while now, which is James Gunn apparently being a PDF file. And these two bum kids, Ultimate Joker and Resikin, both came out with a video talking about all the old tweets of James Gunn, trying to expose him. But this whole point that they make of guilty by association falls flat, because you can turn it on Snyder real quick with like Ezra Miller or Jared Leto, you know, the guy that has a cult and has a bunch of grooming allegations, or Ezra Miller, who also had a grooming allegation. I mean, guys, it could be turned really easily on other people as well. But James Gunn, apparently knowing two PDF files that were convicted, honestly clears his name even more, because if those two people got caught up in court and were investigated, wouldn't that show through their computers that they were sending things to James Gunn? Wouldn't they try to rat him out and try to say, oh yeah, this guy is also the same that we are? But nobody ever came forward and said that. No allegations, accusations. Kids say that James Gunn touched them. None of this. But people still want to claim this, and it's just bizarre. You know, these two kids try to come after people that defended James Gunn, but they can't really say that about me because, well, I actually called out James Gunn when he was making those tweets, or when those tweets came out back in 2018. I called him out. I made videos about it. I literally have a tweet thread showing everything that he said. So you can't say that I was defending him. What I am saying, though, is that you can't legitimately call him a PDF file. Is he weird for those tweets? Yes. Is he really bad for those freaking parties? Absolutely. But when there's investigations done that show no wrongdoing, it's kind of hard to say that. These guys, on the other hand, Ultimate Joker, this guy had somebody in his Discord called Arachnid Youth. This Arachnid Youth guy was sharing content of explicit images of minors, of Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales in a drawing. And it's, I don't care what you say, in a drawing or in a real picture, bro, both are weird as hell. Why are you depicting children like that? And this guy, Ultimate Joker, comes out and says, I don't give a fuck about drawings. He has a legal age girlfriend. Well, James Gunn had a legal age girlfriend when he was making those freaking parties and those jokes too. He had a legal age girlfriend when you were just calling him a PDF file the other day. So it's kind of, it falls flat very, very easy. And then also Resikin was talking about R. Kelly jokes. Literally making R. Kelly jokes just like James Gunn did back in the day. So if you are doing and kind of enabling the same behavior that you're calling James Gunn out for, what the hell does that make you? Very hypocritical when it comes to, I mean, we could just turn the tables and say that maybe you guys are the PDF files, right? Very, very kind of projecting, closeted. You know what I mean? Especially when you're okay with images like that. That's insane. You know what James Gunn never did? He never doubled down. After those jokes were kind of exposed in like 2013 for the first time, he apologized. He was like, I'm not going to do that again. And guess what? He never really did. And then 2018 happened, and he got fired, said that he's never going to do this again, got hired to DC, and then got rehired to Marvel. So that, just taking accountability and coming forward and saying that, yeah, what I did was wrong, was a good way to go. These guys don't. They literally say, I don't give a fuck. They're very hypocritical, very biased. Again, these guys are Snyder cultists, so it's like very bonkers to see. This is like the fucking 6th Snyder cultists I've talked about on this video so far. And another one, Alex/Laura, saying James Gunn has no place to speak. When Dylan Sprouse said, yo, Jared Leto, now that you've slid into DMs of every female model aged 18 to 25, what would you say your success rate is? And then James Gunn says he starts at 18 on the internet, implying that he starts lower in real life. And then this guy's trying to say that, yeah, James Gunn has no room to speak because he starts lower. No proof. This guy right here is literally dating somebody that met them online when they were 17 and then started dating them when they were 18, and this person was 20 or 21. I mean, the jokes write themselves. Their name is Drew. I also have to thank the chat log. I can't show everybody that was in it, but Darkest's Lair of Malnourished Kids. Thank you guys. They gave me a lot of info about this and other tweets as well. And just them, Drew, trying to come out and actually brag about him meeting his girl when she was younger is so weird. If I found my wife any earlier, we could not get together. What? Excuse me? My wife was born after Spider-Man 3 came out. What if Twitter is right? Maybe I am a monster. He's literally bragging about meeting this girl as young as possible. Like, is this not just literal grooming when you met them at 17 and you're dating them at 18? This Drew guy literally ran from Twitter and then had a backup account named Dylan that got exposed for being him again, and then he bounced again. So you know, I don't really fear any legal action. That's very bizarre behavior for people that are, again, in the Snyder cultists. This man literally said, "Thank you for understanding. God bless America," and Zack Snyder in his apology post before he deactivated his account. "God bless America and Zack Snyder," says the freaking guy that is being accused of being a groomer. It's like, you can't make this shit up. These are the people calling James Gunn a PDF file. The same people calling James Gunn a PDF file are people that are dating girls that they met when they were 17, people that are actively okay with minors being drawn in explicit ways and also making the same jokes that James Gunn made. I mean, you can't make it up. And another thing, too, is that Snyder is pretty bad, bro. I mean, like, again, the Ezra Miller and Jared Leto thing, right? We're going to talk about that. He also has a very weird grape fetish. The fact that almost all of his movies, even Sucker Punch, had a deleted grape scene, apparently. And then the fact that he said that Batman in his universe and his movies can get graped. It's like, dude, what is wrong with this man? What's wrong with his mind? What's wrong with him, bro? I think that's just weird. I don't know. The fact that he always mentions it, he always talks about it in like interviews, how it could happen and all this type of stuff. I bet if he could stand up for Superman, he probably would have. He probably would have. I bet WB told him not to, but he probably would have said it if he could have. And then also this thing about Watchmen too, about him exposing some kid to his mother's breast, which in my opinion is weird. You can't say that's for art because, number one, the way he interpreted the scene was completely different from what the comic was. The mom wasn't even topless. You don't believe me? The fucking comic is right here. This whole scene, the mom is not even freaking topless. Where he literally quotes us verbatim, "You little shit. I should have listened to everybody and had that abortion." This whole scene, bro, she's not even topless. What is James Gunn doing trying to pull some woman to the side to make her expose herself to her child for a fucking 6-second flashback scene? That is some of the most egregiously bonkers shit. I don't care if they're friends or not. Bro, like, if you saw your mom in a movie naked, would you be okay with that? And would you be okay acting in front of her? And then also going to school in a couple years with your mom being, I mean, like, come on, you know what I mean? It's like setting this kid up to be fucking bullied if that happened. Just saying. But it's a joke, right? It's just a joke. He was just joking. Right? Like James Gunn? Right. Okay. So, again, James Gunn, Zack Snyder, they're all kind of all these Hollywood guys are all weird. Like, no one's defending them. But they make good movies, you know? Zack Snyder doesn't have any victims. James Gunn doesn't have any victims. They're both kind of weird and creepy. They both have a really shitty fucking fan base. It's weird because I'm fans of both of them. I like Man of Steel and BVS. I like the new Superman movie and Guardians of the Galaxy 1. You know what I mean? Like, but there's things I don't like about some of these things. But I'm not going to go as far to say that James Gunn is a PDF file because I don't like this. Or Zack Snyder is a freaking... You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to accuse him of anything. But I will point out some things that are weird. And I've already pointed out what happened with Gunn a long time ago. And I'll point out what happens with Snyder, too, when he's being fucking weird as well. Overall, it is very stupid that people want to keep accusing James Gunn of something that's already been cleared. You know, it's very bizarre that these Snyder cultists, all these guys, are just having complete meltdowns over Man of Tomorrow and Superman's profits, and then just trying to expose James Gunn for something that he's already taken accountability for twice. It's ridiculous. It's sad. It's pathetic. And hopefully these people move on with their lives and actually enjoy something that, you know, isn't just trying to put down everybody else because they don't have what they want. It's ridiculous. Very sad. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.